Frightening discovery on the west side. A baby found alone and abandoned in some bushes. Also fierce fighting for American troops in Iraq. Plus, the push for safety on the road brings a call for an expiration date on all tires. And just because it costs more, is it better? We put products to this test. Straight ahead.
Now, the news on CBS 2.
Tonight, the fight for Fallujah is underway. Thousands of American troops unleashed an all-out assault on the city they consider a terrorist stronghold. Good evening, I'm Diane Burns.
And I'm Antonio Mora. At this hour, Fallujah is under siege. Power is out as thousands of U.S. troops storm the northern districts of the city. CBS 2's chief correspondent Jay Levine is monitoring the latest developments, and Jay, U.S. commanders are warning this will be the heaviest street fighting Americans have seen since Vietnam.
Antonio, it could be the insurgents' last stand, or with house-to-house fighting and potentially booby-trapped buildings jammed wall-to-wall along narrow alleys. Military spokesmen say 2 Marines and 42 insurgents have died in the first hours of the offensive. This video just into us moments ago. Among what's left of several 100,000 civilians. Troops launching an assault which may not be limited to Fallujah.
Either we kill them all, or we drive them out, we fight them out in the open, or we find them in another town, but we're not pulling back.
Unlike last April, when a Marine assault on Fallujah was aborted short of its goal.
I cannot imagine that it would stop without being completed.
Nor can the Iraqis, whose prime minister met with the troops preparing for battle outside Fallujah after sending the same message to UN Secretary General Kofi Annan.
It has to be done. We are after terrorists. And this is a cleaning operation of terrorists.
He'd given the go-ahead after closing the borders to Syria and Jordan and suspending flights at Baghdad's airport. The assault carried out by about 2,000 Iraqi troops and 10,000 Americans.
Call him and ask him, do you want a fire for effect or do you want continuous smoke? Ask him.
Fire! God damn, that was a loud one.
And so the battle began, with covering fire from afar and ground troops going door to door close in. By nightfall, the only lights in Fallujah were from rounds fired into the city. Electricity had been cut off, stores closed for days, and small bands of militants roamed the streets firing on U.S. troops. No one predicting victory would be quick or easy.
I feel bad for them, but they brought it on themselves.
No word yet on the whereabouts of Jordanian militant Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. Fallujah was his base of operations. Zarqawi, who's best known for personally beheading kidnapped civilians, is thought to have fled Fallujah for points unknown. How many of his followers have followed him, Antonio, we don't know for sure, but we are getting late reports that U.S. forces are now 3/4 of the way through the city already. So obviously resistance, it appears, is not that heavy.
These pictures remind you of the first days of the war. Thank you, Jay. While fighting raged in Fallujah, anti-war protesters marched in Chicago. Tonight, more than 100 demonstrators took to loop streets to protest the war in Iraq and the assault on the insurgent stronghold. The demonstration was monitored by police. There have been no reports of arrests.
Now to a developing story on the west side. A baby girl was found in a bag under some bushes. CBS 2's Derek Blakely is live in Oak Park, where the baby is being treated tonight. Derek, how is the baby doing right now?
Well, Diane, a spokesperson here at West Suburban Hospital in Oak Park confirms that an infant girl was brought to the hospital by Chicago police, and they say that the girl is doing fine and is feeding well. But that's about the only details they're confirming. No other information about the girl's condition or her description is being released, at least not yet. Now, this shocking discovery was made tonight around 6:45 at 5326 West Thomas. That's at the corner of Laurel. Now, the infant African-American girl was wrapped in plastic and had no clothes on and was discovered in the bushes near a fence, discovered by a woman passerby, a woman who was walking on her way to the store.
I was walking across the street and I heard a baby crying, and I looked around and I thought maybe it was a cat. And then I kept hearing the baby crying, so I looked and I saw this bag moving. And I pulled the bag out, and there was a baby in it.
The ambulance people, they said it was about 2 days old. The baby had to at least be about, because the umbilical cord was still on the child, too. Because they had to fasten that up. So.
And you said they put clothes on?
Yeah, they had put like a little hat and wrap the baby up. Right. They did a little work on it, but they said the baby was okay.
Neighbors obviously unnerved by this distressing discovery. Chicago police now working to identify the girl and, of course, working to locate the mother as well. The best news, and really only the only good news out of this, is that this infant appears to have survived this most cruel act. And Diane, I guess you can say that someone or something was looking over her.
Oh, definitely, Derek, especially if it turns out it's true that the baby survived for 2 days.
Absolutely.
Derek Blakely reporting live from Oak Park. Thanks. Well, new tonight, the man accused of carrying out a deadly shooting spree at a hotel in suburban Milwaukee is charged with murder tonight. Also new, police released the 911 tapes of the emergency calls to report the rampage.
This is Comfort Suites Hotel. I got a guy shooting people up on the 3rd floor. I need somebody here immediately.
Okay, and you are the manager?
Yes, I am. I'm Deborah.
Okay.
They told me they can come in the side doors. I don't care what door they come in. Just get here quickly.
2 people were killed when that gunman walked through the hallways at the Comfort Suites in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. That was on Friday morning. 34-year-old Greg Phillips from Milwaukee was charged today.
Some disabled riders are angry over being caught in the middle of the CTA's budget crunch, and tomorrow they plan to go to Springfield to give state lawmakers an earful. A dozen disabled riders interrupted today's CTA board meeting. They're mad because the CTA board wants to double their fares to $3.50 for door-to-door service on special CTA vans. But officials claim it's still a bargain because each paratransit costs the CTA $26.
In politics tonight, Barack Obama is getting a big send-off in Springfield. The senator-elect is saying farewell, leaving the Corps of State lawmakers in Illinois for Washington. CBS 2 political editor Mike Flannery reports from the state capitol, where Obama is wrapping up a whirlwind day.
There was a spring in his step as Barack Obama arrived for an evening reception in his honor here in Springfield.
You know what actually feels good when I think about the fact that in 1985, I arrived in Chicago and in Illinois and didn't know a single person. And I think that's a testament to the people of Illinois who are extraordinarily welcoming. And
all right, well, we welcome you. Thank you. With laughter and words of praise, State Senate Republicans offered one of the warmest welcomes at a meeting where they took the unusual step of allowing a CBS 2 camera in to record.
You want to tell us what you talked about?
Go ahead.
The senator-elect met for about 30 minutes with the governor discussing state priorities on Capitol Hill.
We need a lot of things out of Washington, and again, it's just among the many reasons why I'm delighted that Barack was able to be successful in the election.
How appreciative I am of this opportunity. It's not something I take for granted. It's something that I find remarkable, and I want to make sure that I don't disappoint anybody over the coming years.
Obama's downstate tour that began here today with this farewell to Springfield will continue tomorrow in Peoria and all the way through Friday, covering Rockford, the Quad Cities, Carbondale, the St. Louis area. He is serious about finding out what the people want when he gets to Washington.
And I'm sure there'll be a party when he gets there. Mike Flannery reporting
live. A lot of
live.
them. He's going there next week, Diane.
Okay, Mike Flannery reporting from Springfield. Thanks. More politics here. Mayor Daley is set to deliver his budget address tomorrow, and it could be a bitter pill. He's expected to call for higher taxes and fees to close a $220 million budget gap for next year. The city's sales tax could jump 1/4 point.
Well, just because it costs more, does that mean it's really better? From digital cameras to designer handbags, we'll show you how to get the most bang for your buck.
And the potential for danger when it comes to your tires. Even if they look brand new, they might put you at risk.
I'm Steve Baskerville in Weather Control, where we're still waiting for temperatures below the freezing mark later on tonight. Will it get any warmer this week? I'll have the True View forecast in just a few minutes.
And new details about the arrest of Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps.
Tonight on an all-new Late Show, Tom Hanks weighs in on the election.
How could Colorado go red?
Right.
I ski in Colorado.
Then it's Dave's biggest fan.
What is the reaction?
Anywhere from amazement to I'm kind of an idiot or something like that.
Yeah. You won't believe what he's going to do tonight.
How about Italian?
Nah, carbs. How about that little sushi place?
I was thinking something maybe cooked?
Okay, how about Chinese?
With all-wheel drive and 245 horsepower.
How long have those been hanging there?
You can explore the four corners of the world.
I got it.
For dinner,
Happy anniversary.
the Nissan Murano.
How did you get this reservation?
Our daughter's report cards were a disaster. Now they're great.
At Huntington Learning Center, we identify your child's academic problem and tailor an individualized program to fix it. We build skills that last a lifetime. Call Huntington Learning Center at 1-800-CAN-LEARN.
Nobody works harder for you than RE/MAX. That's why nobody in the world sells more real estate.
The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. With QuadraDrive 2, our most advanced four-wheel drive system ever, a 5.7-liter Hemi V8, and our new electronic stability program. The off-road legend continues on-road. Get $1,000 in November bonus cash, plus a cash allowance of $1,000 on Grand Cherokee, one of America's hottest 4x4s.
A blown tire can mean big trouble for the millions of us who spend hours in our cars every day.
Well, tonight a consumer group charges that even brand new tires can be dangerous if they sit on the shelf too long. Consumer activists are calling out now for expiration dates for tires.
As tires age, the rubber material that holds the belts together, the adhesion level starts to degrade and reduce.
Kane and others believe the life of a tire is 6 years old, so they want the tire stamped with expiration dates.
I think an expiration date that's clearly labeled on the tire will then prevent the sale to the consumer.
But the rubber industry is against the idea. So is AAA, saying how fast tires age depends on factors like climate and storage conditions.
When you look at expiration dates, I think that right now the jury is still out.
Rhonda Zazer and her husband bought 4 tires they thought were new. Then, one by one, the treads separated on 3 of the tires. It happened while they were on the road. One tire had been on the shelf for 10 years.
It really could have been a terrible situation.
Here's how you can find out how old your tires are. On the sidewall, there's a long string of numbers called the DOT code. But the code is often on the inside wall of the tire. And when you find it, here's how to decode it. If it has 11 numbers and letters, check the last 4 digits. For example, if it says 3503, that means the tire was made in the 35th week of 2003. If it has 10 numbers and letters, check the last 3. If it says 414, that's the 41st week of 1994 or 1984. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is testing tires right now to determine how aging degrades performance. The results are due in about a year.
Tonight, a promising new heart drug, how it could mean new hope for the group that suffers most from heart disease.
Brookston Dunn and Toby Keith take center stage tomorrow night at the Country Music Awards. We'll have a preview on our show.
And we're going to mix radio and TV and talk to our experts at US 99.
It's Tech Tuesday. I'll have a neat GPS device for you. Join us. The news starts at 5.
Tomorrow, Hurricane Jean wiped out this man's home. So how were our own early show viewers able to help? A remarkable story you must see to believe. More people are watching the early show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing shortly. For those of you connecting, we have some information for you. If you're going on to Atlanta, you'll be at gate A9, Buenos Aires, A17. Back from a long night out with the entire Tokyo office, capped off by a karaoke rendition of I Am Woman that certainly no one will forget, and still pulling off that 7-figure deal the next morning without a hitch, you're at gate C21, Denver, C10.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Hey. Let's take a look at Q4 projections. Claudia, what's new?
Want a cell phone you can be proud of? Right now, buy one LG camera phone and get a second one absolutely free. US Cellular, we connect with you. Get 1,350 anytime minutes for $25 a month, plus free mobile-to-mobile minutes and nights and weekends.
Introducing the 300 horsepower Acura RL. With voice-activated technology and the world's most advanced all-wheel drive. It shifts power to exactly where you need it for dramatically improved handling.
in all weather conditions. The road will never be the same. The all-new Acura RL.
Panasonic introduces high-definition plasma TV with the most beautiful picture in the world. Yours.
The most beautiful picture. I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Just snap and share your pictures instantly with built-in photo viewer. It's a whole new generation of high-definition plasma TV from Panasonic. Ideas for life.
You're watching the news on CBS 2 with Diane Burns, Antonio Mora, Steve Baskerville with weather, and Mark Malone on sports. This is CBS 2 News at 10.
There are things you want, things you need, things you dream about, and there are lots of options. You can go top of the line and spend big bucks, but just because something costs more, does that mean it's better? CBS 2's Joni Lum has the lowdown on some high-end items.
You've got to have it, but just because it costs more, do you really have to spend more? A cool car can get you there, but if you want to go in style for less, Mary Butler of Cars.com says, consider the Chrysler 300C.
A lot of people think it looks like the Bentley sedan.
But the sticker prices are miles apart. About $300,000 for the Bentley, $30,000 for the Chrysler. Focus.